This is a table saw. It's a 10-inch table saw because the diameter of the blade is 10 inches from side to side. First thing we'll do is we'll take the blade out and show you how to replace it. The Allen key for this is normally kept in the top drawer. This is the throat plate we're taking out right now. Just take the throat plate out. Then there's a door in here. You're going to flip the door open. Then if you go back up, the wrenches are just underneath here. You grab them, Trevor. Show where they're at. Back up and show where they're at. Should be right here. Back up so you can see where they're at. Wrenches are back up. Wrenches should be out of here. The first wrench gets held. Shut it off. Shut it off. So we hold the left side, the right side we spin the direction of the arrow. As this nut comes off, make sure it doesn't fall. There's a washer also you have to get off. And then pull the blade out. Shut it off.
Yeah, it's rebooted.
Okay, now we'll put the blade, another blade back in. When you put the blade in, make sure that the teeth point towards you. If you put it in this way, the teeth point away from me, and then it's backwards and it won't cut, it'll just burn the wood. So make sure the teeth point towards me. Slide it in there. Then you put the washer on. Then you put the nut on. Now you're going to tighten it up. So you're going to hold this side, and the right side is going to spin opposite. And once again, I use one finger. If you use 2 fingers, that'll be great. Not too tight, or you just strip stuff. And now we got the new blade in. Now we're going to put a guard in. To put the guard in, move this lever down here, open the lever up, and we'll put a thing called a splitter in. This is the splitter. It's kept in this drawer right here. Slide the splitter in, push the handle back down, close the door, then we'll put our throat plate back in. Make sure it's level here on the throat plate, and we'll put our screw back in. Then you want to set the height of your blade. If you're going to cut something, make sure that the gullet of the blade is sticking out of the wood. So I need to go down quite a bit. On the very front of the machine, there's a lever I turn. So the gullets are all coming cleanly out of the wood. Now we're at the perfect height. Next, I'll move my fence. Anytime my fence is closer than a fist width, if I'm going to cut something that's really close, I must use push sticks. So I'm going to start the saw and cut this, and notice that I use a push stick to blow it through. Make sure you push the wood all the way through and it falls to the floor before you're done. If the wood gets stuck in between here, if you leave the wood there, it'll rattle back at you and come back, and it'll hurt you or hit the wall or hurt somebody behind you. If I'm pushing, there's greater distance than my fist, I don't have to use the push stick. There's also another type of guard we can put on. This guard has anti-kickback teeth, a splitter, and a cover. So there's 3 safety devices on this. This is the best thing for us to use in a school shop. So we'll pull the splitter out and cover the blade all the way up. Make sure you hold the anti-kickback teeth up when you're sliding the throat plate back in on this. Then put the screw back in. Okay, put the Allen wrench back into the drawer so we can find it next time. The last thing we need to look at are these slots. These slots are made for the miter gauge, which is found in the front of the machine. We can slide the miter gauge in here, and we can do any sort of angle we want. There's 2 slots on each table saw for different types of cutting. Good? Oh, come over here. Should I turn it on? Okay, we're going to turn the machine on. If you show up and there's no lights on at all, that means you need to turn the first switch up. Let it go through its safety sequence. Once all the lights stop flashing, this light here should be solid green. Once it's solid green, now you can pull the stop switch out. And to shut it off, you just hit it with your knee. Wait till it stops spinning so nobody gets hurt. And now you can leave. If you want to push this back down at the end of the day so no kids can turn it on, you can pull it, shut her down. Thank you. Okay, this is a table saw with a dado blade in. Okay, this is a table saw with a dado blade in it. So it'll do dados or rabbets. A dado is when you cut a groove out of the center of a piece of wood, and a rabbet is when you cut it out of the edge of a piece of wood. So I'll first demonstrate a rabbet cut for this thickness of wood, which is 3/4 inch. I'm going to put my wood on top of the blade, move my fence until it just barely covers the blade, and now I'm going to cut the rabbet. Okay, there's no guards, so you want to keep your hands as far away as possible. You turn the machine on. Never put your hand back here. There's a rabbet. Next, I'll demonstrate a dado. To do a dado, I don't need this sacrifice piece of wood on, but I'm going to leave it on just because it's there already. So I'm going to have distance between my fence and my blade. This is the most dangerous thing you can do with a dado blade. You're cutting, the blade is completely hidden by the wood. If your hand or thumb is on the back side of this and you come through and the machine is running, it'll take a chunk of your thumb out. And it's not unplugged. So make sure you don't have your hand in any dangerous situation. Using a push stick would not be the wrong thing to do in this situation. So I'll turn it on, I'll finish this cut this time. So there's the dado. A dado here and a rabbet here. And this saw also has miter gauge slots to put the miter gauge in. There's times that we'll have to use those when we're cutting dados. And to change the blades, the same procedure as the table saw. This one doesn't have the screw in, so you just pull the throat plate out. You can move the door open, and we grab our wrenches from the same place as the other saw, and we can loosen this off. This blade is called a stacking dado blade because there's a whole bunch of pieces of blades stacked together. Normally it's set correctly for you. I want you to notice that all the teeth point towards the operator. Make sure the throat plate's in nice and level, and that should be good.